What happened next at Handlebar? After the episode aired, Yelp reviews for Handlebar were average. Gordon revisited the restaurant a year later in a Kitchen Nightmares Revisited episode, finding that the owners were happier, Billy was somewhat less stubborn, and Melissa still worked in the kitchen. Despite improvements, Handlebar closed in 2009, shortly after the revisit episode was filmed, and was sold to new owners. Sadly, Billy passed away from cancer in November 2015. The restaurant reopened in 2010 as Skybox Restaurant and Sports Bar, which closed in 2011. Later, it reopened as Benchwarmers Tavern and Grill, a sports bar that remains open and has better reviews than its predecessors. Handlebar's episode aired on September 11, 2008, filmed in February 2008, as part of Kitchen Nightmares Season 2, Episode 1. Went here again and really not impressed. I first attempted to order the $12 steak sandwich. The waiter helpfully suggests if I would like cheese, onions, mushrooms, etc. I then recalled the $1 for each topping notice below. So I asked him what exactly does the steak sandwich have on it if all that stuff is extra. The answer is nothing at all except a piece of steak. Everywhere I have ever ordered a steak sandwich from has cheese and onions at the least. So if I wanted to add cheese, onions, mushrooms, it would be $3 more. I told him that quite frankly sucks and is a rip-off for stuff that should be on there, and he said he gets that all the time. My companion ordered the ribs, which were excellent, and a good value at $12 for half rack with sides. Place was nearly empty again, and again it took forever to get food. Pint of Guinness was $4.50 but was room temperature, and I lived in the UK so I know all about non-ice cold beer, but this was warm. It was a good value again though, unlike most of the stuff here. The owner was there in his usual place propping up the bar with a nicer outfit on this time. The whole place just seems overdone, and inconsistent. It is like going to Tara's with pretentious looking stuff, higher prices, worse tasting food, but a more upscale atmosphere. It is no wonder it is always packed at Tara's and always dead here. If I am going to a pub, and eating pub food, I might as well do it at a place that is true to its roots. I never saw this pig before Gorden Ramsay slapped some lipstick on it. I am told it was a big improvement, but I get the feeling that it all just a facade. There does not seem to be much substance to the place. There was live music going on when I was there, or at least live noise. I won't be rushing back anytime soon. Cosmos, tap beer, French onion soup, steak, fish chips, mussels marinara, etc. Dressed up pub-style food. Ambience is super relaxing. Once you get inside you feel warm and relaxed instantly. Dim warm lighting, fireplace, crowd is white-collar North Shore, which equals an upbeat yet quiet buzz sound in the room, no loud boisterous chatter, except maybe me, oops. Entrees come out on large plates with large portions. Steak could have been cooked a tad more on the skewers. Marinara sauce was a smidge too cheesy for my taste with the mussels. The waitress recommended French onion soup was average. However, she did advise white wine sauce with the mussels. Burgers across the room looked very good. Salad with steak atop it at the next table didn't appear to be sizzling hot, but it was on a salad. So that only works if marinated, allowing for a cool/hot combo, pos warm not hot, but I couldn't be sure from just viewing. Prices were very reasonable. Bottles of wine starting at $23, and 2 tap Blue Point ales were $8 for both. A Cosmo tipped over and was replaced by the owner. With a warm smile. This is a must-go place for a nice time out where you will feel comfortable staying an hour or more. There is a nice bar with really cool casual music playing through both the bar and the restaurant. The ambience is there for a casual night in Long Island. And the lighting is dim enough to relax and stay a while. Also, did I say fireplace? I love that in a restaurant. It really works for me. It is Long Island's first gastropub, as defined by the reality show host, that just remade the place, and showed it on Fox last week. That is why I went, by the way, saw it, and headed over with a friend. It was fun, and the host was so much cooler in person. Then she appeared on TV. I so excited about this place. Waited 10 minutes and then I had to ask for someone to help me. There was nobody there too, I just walked out. It def is a towny type of bar, seems to be a spillover place for the biker people to go to if they don't want to go down to Port Jeff. It's a shame, I really wanted to like it and bring my fam and friends too during parties and sporting events. I stopped in for lunch on the Friday before Easter weekend. I needed to warm up while riding the Harley anyway, and the cool air was helping my appetite. The room is all in soft light blue and a dozen flat screens. The Texas barbecue burger with sweet potato fries was tasty, and the Corona wet my whistle just the way it should. Despite being virtually empty, I still felt right at home. Clean, new, visually easy on the eyes. I'd go back. Oh yeah, the wait staff was courteous as well. Obviously everyone has their own opinion, but facts are facts. The first time I went to Skybox was when Fox wasn't broadcasting the Giants football games on Cablevision. I was meeting a few people there, who had warned me about the lack of beer/alcohol due to a missing liquor license. No big deal, right? The entire place was being run by one person. The bartender/waiter/host/busboy and chef, for all I know, didn't stand a chance trying to serve everyone there. My friend who was there with his 2 children had ordered wings, which came instantly. Great, right? They were ice cold. When my friend asked the waiter about them, he said he knew they were cold. Someone else had ordered them but left without eating them. My friend, shocked he was served someone else's leftovers, was comforted by the bartender who said, "Don't worry, I wasn't going to charge you for them." He then received a medium well-ordered hamburger, that was absolutely raw inside. Needless to say, he left without eating. My brother-in-law and friend had ordered wings as well. When they were served hot, they were actually pretty good. Unfortunately, they ordered nachos as well. The nachos, although colorful, had ice-cold nacho cheese on them. Delicious. My girlfriend and I arrived late. We were there for an hour and a half and could only get 2 club sodas. The bartender/waiter/host, with many people there, had buried his head cutting lemons for about a half hour instead of looking up to serve the dozen or so people inside. Good priorities, right? Let's cut a million lemons to put in the 2 dozen sodas he sold all day. We did, however, make the mistake of ordering the chili when ordering our first round of club sodas. My girlfriend and I took one bite, spit it out and pushed the food away immediately. What seemed to be cheese, was definitely bad, because the taste was repulsive. After a little digging, we noticed the chili meat was just a piece of Salisbury steak/meatloaf in the bottom of the bowl. Barf. There were also about a half dozen parties that tried to come for food or the game who ended up leaving because no one ever seated or served them. Damn lemons again. To the bartender's defense, he didn't cook the bad food, and he had called management to ask for more help in running the restaurant, but was denied. To my amazement, I've heard Skybox has been busy and that it is pretty good. Maybe they hired a new bartender/chef/host/waiter/busboy. Who knows? What I do know, is that we didn't imagine this and none of us will ever be going back there again. What's that saying about first impressions?